You can take questions or comments.
I will take them, but I was trying to.
Okay, minute time. Okay, we still have a few minutes. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Would you kindly tell us the methodology and also methodology of for the high school, higher education, how we properly handle the resources? We don't expect the products, the goods, to be everlasting, but the proper usage might help. To at least minimize. There are too many products, especially the quality doesn't go well with the label, so-called propaganda, something like that. Thank you, sir.
I think we're still at the stage where we do need to discuss what really is value. And at a younger age, where I've seen programs with young students in elementary and secondary school where they're given an imaginary amount of money, and then they come up with what are their real needs, and then what are the things that they could be buying, and where they discuss the whole thing around consumption. What if something is cheap that only lasts a short while, and maybe it's something that you're only going to need for a short while, but could you, if you were to buy something that is a little better and you don't need it any longer, where should it go? The role of charity, the role of loaning, the role of working with neighbors to have communal tools. There are many innovative ways of beginning this discussion. Now, what business and industry do not want is for us to be making ethical value judgments on their business. But what we do need is individuals, when they are buying something, to be making those kinds of ethical questions and judgments and so on. So we don't necessarily need universities to be saying this brand is good, that brand is not. But for instance, with masters of the MBAs, okay, in the Master of Business Administration, now we are seeing a tremendous interest in sustainability because of the emerging carbon economy. 5 years ago, companies would say, oh yeah, we have to have a corporate social responsibility report. We'll just make up something and put it on in the report. It's not a problem. Now what is happening is the big investment pension funds know that there is a coming carbon economy, and they are moving from their huge investments of billions of dollars away from carbon-rich businesses. There is a new company that has just started 2 years ago. It's one in Canada and there's one in Australia. They work together, and they make it very, very simple for purchasing agents and corporations to find out the carbon in the raw materials they're buying. So whether it's aluminum, sheet steel, iron, copper, they put in the supplier and whether it's recycled or not, what country it's coming from, and a factor comes up showing the carbon content. We didn't have that 2 or 3 years ago. And all of these universities turning out MBAs because they can charge big dollars, right? So you turn out MBAs. If they are not turning out quality ones, that know these things, then they are shortchanging the students and they are shortchanging society. So we really do need those quality assurance in the programs as well. I'm sorry, it's a long answer, but let me, though, end with one good, nice story. I always try to end with a nice story. I talked about the ecological footprint. Right? Now, it's 5 years ago now, in Hyderabad, in India, a little girl being taught about her ecological footprint said, but I can do something about it. I have hands. I will do something good to overcome my footprint. The teacher recognized the power in that idea. And she went to the largest NGO in India dealing with this, the Center for Environmental Education. It's in 70-some cities. And they have come up with the ecological handprint. And so the idea is that we are not limited to our footprints. Our handprints are what we can do. And here's an idea that came from a little student, not a professor. The ecological footprint came from Bill Reese, a professor at the University of British Columbia, etc. But an equal, powerful idea came from a little girl in grade 5. So as professors, we must always be listening and looking for the next possible solution. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now we will have a 20-minute tea break. There are refreshments served outside. Please feel free to enjoy them. And the next session will begin at 10:20.